Hi guys, welcome to my next tutorial. Today I would like to show you how to crochet the beautiful bag with granny squares in the middle. This project is quite big, so I made two different, apart from that video, I made two different tutorials with how to crochet the granny square and the second one is how to join the granny square together. So in the comments under this video you will find the link for those two tutorials. And now I used about 2.5 skeins of the DK 100% acrylic yarn, and you will need also crochet hook 5.5 millimeters plus few stitch markers. By using 2 strands of yarn we have to make magic ring. So we are making big loop, and then we have to grab the yarn, make the small one, and then chain 1. Into the big loop we have to make 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now we can pull the tail to close the loop, and we have to make a slip stitch into the first single crochet. Chain 1. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 stitches. We are going to the next stitch, and into the each stitch around we have to make 2 single crochets. So 1 and 2, one and 2, so we've got 4, another 2 into the next stitch, so we've got 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10, and into the last stitch we have to make 2 single crochets as well. 1 and 2. So in this round we should have 12 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We are not counting the stitch where we've done the slip stitch. Now we have to make a slip stitch into the first single crochet again, and we can pull the yarn tightly to close the loop. As we've done the slip stitch into the first single crochet, so this will be counted as the first stitch of the round number 3, we have to place the stitch marker. So I will be used for it a different color of the yarn to remember where I start the next row. And after that we have to make another single crochet into the same stitch. So into the first stitch we've done 2 single crochets. Now into the next one stitch we have to make only 1 single crochet, and then again into the first we have to make 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, and into the second 1 single crochet. Into the next stitch we have to make 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, and into the second 1 single crochet. And we have to repeat this pattern all the way around. So into the first 2 single crochets, into the next one 1 single crochet, into the next one 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, and into the next one 1 single crochet, into the next 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, and then into the last one 1 single crochet. So at the end of this round number 3, we should have 18 single crochets. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 and 18. Round number 4, so we have to remove the stitch marker. Into the first stitch we have to make 1 single crochet, and then we have to put the marker into the stitch, and then 1 more single crochet into the same stitch. Now for the next 2 stitches we have to make 1 single crochet, 1, and into the second stitch 1, and again into the next stitch 2 single crochets, 1 and 2 into the same stitch, and into the next 2 stitches 1 single crochet in each stitch, 1 and 2. So we have to repeat this pattern all the way around. Into the first stitch 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, and into the next 2 stitches 1 single crochet, 1 and 2. At the end of this round we should have 24 single crochets. In round number 5 we have to make 1 single crochet in each stitch around. So 1 single crochet, and then we have to put the marker stitch, and then in each stitch around 1 single crochet. So again we should have 24 single crochets at the end of this row. Round number 6, into the first stitch we have to make 2 single crochets, but again after the first one we have to mark where we start the row or round, and then we need to make 1 more single crochet, and then into the next 3 stitches we have to make 1 single crochet in each stitch. So 1, 2 and 3, and again into the first stitch we have to make 2 single crochets in one stitch, 1 and 2, and into the next 3 stitches 1 single crochet in each stitch, 2 and 3. So again we have to repeat this pattern all the way around. So 2 single crochets into the first one and 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches, and at the end of this round we should have 30 single crochets, 2 and 3. Round number 7, into the first stitch again 2 single crochets, So I've done the first one, and then one more, and now into the next 4 stitches, 1 single crochet in each stitch. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and again into the first one 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, and into the next 4 1 single crochet, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we have to repeat this pattern again. 2 single crochets in first, 1 and 2, and 1 single crochet in each of the next 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3 and 4. At the end of this round we should have 36 single crochets. Round number 8, into the first stitch 2 single crochets, so 1, and then second one, and in this round into the next 5 stitches we have to make 1 single crochet in each stitch, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and again into the first stitch 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, and into the next 5 stitches 1 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and again we have to repeat into the first stitch 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, into the next 5 stitches 1 single crochet in each stitch, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4 and 5. At the end of this round we should have 42 single crochets. Round number 9, into the first stitch 2 single crochets again, 1, and 2, and then into the next 6 stitches we have to make 1 single crochet in each stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and again we have to repeat into the first stitch 2 single crochets, and into the next 6 stitches 1 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So at the end of round number 9 we should have 48 single crochets. Now we have to start round number 10. So again into the first stitch we have to make 2 single crochets, one and 2, and in round number 10 into the next 7 stitches we have to make 1 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and again into the first stitch 2 single crochets, 1, and 2, and then into the next 7 stitches 1 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So as you can see, in each row we are adding 1 single crochet extra. So in row number 10 we are making 2 single crochets, then in next 7 stitches 1 single crochet, and then again 2 single crochets, and in next 7 stitches 1 single crochet. We have to repeat making 1 single crochet more in each row until row 18. So in row number 11, after 2 single crochets we have to make 8 single crochets in each stitch. In row number 12, after 2 single crochets we have to make 9 single crochets in each stitch, and in each row. So at the end of row number 18 we should have 102 single crochets. So for example, in row number 11 we should have 60 single crochets, in row number 12 66, in row number 13 72. So in each row we should have 6 more single crochets than on the previous row. I am at the end of round number 18, so as I said you should have 102 stitches, and now we need to start round number 19. In this round we will working only into the back loops. So as you can see, in a stitch you've got front loop and the back loop, so we need to put the crochet hook only into the back loop. Into the first 2 stitches we have to make a single crochet decrease, so we need to put the crochet hook into the back loop, grab the yarn, then we are going to the second stitch, to the back loop only, and we need to have 3 loops on our hook. When we've got 3 loops we have to make a stitch. So we've done decrease. After that again we have to mark where we started the round, and now for the next 49 stitches we have to make 1 single crochet in each stitch, but into the back loop only. In each stitch single crochet for the 49 stitches. I've done my 49 stitches, so we should be on the opposite side as we start our round. And now for the next 2 stitches, so for the stitch 51 and 52, we have to make 1 more single crochet decrease. So again we have to have 3 loops on the hook, so we're working on the next 2 stitches, and then we have to make stitch. Now for the next 49 stitches again we have to work 1 single crochet in each stitch, so to the end of this round. At the end of this round we should have 100 single crochets. And every stitch into the back loop only. Now we have to start round number 20. So as I said, at the end of round number 19 we should have 100 stitches, and now we have to work on both loops in this row. So into the first stitch we have to make 1/2 double crochet, and then into the next stitch slip stitch, into the next stitch 1/2 double crochet, into the next stitch slip stitch, and again into the next one 1/2 double crochet, into the next stitch slip stitch, and we have to repeat it all the way around. So half double crochet and then slip stitch. So at the end of this round again we should have 100 stitches. Our round number 19 we should finish by making slip stitch at the end, and now we have to start working on round number 20. In this round we will work onto the back loop again. In this round, in each stitch into the back loop we have to make 1 double crochet. So I've done first double crochet, then I am going to the second stitch into the back loop, another double crochet, and again in next stitch into the back loop double crochet, and the same in each stitch all the way around. At the end we should have 100 double crochets. Round number 22 we have to make exactly the same as we've done round number 20. So we have to start by making, we are working on two loops, and we have to start by making 1/2 double crochet, and then into the next stitch we have to make slip stitch, into the next stitch 1/2 double crochet, and then slip stitch, in next stitch 1/2 double crochet, and then slip stitch. So we should have 100 stitches again, and now we have to repeat round number 20 and 21 until we will have 31 round in total. So this is our round 22. 23rd round we have to make 1 double crochet into the back loop only, and then again round number 24 the same as we doing now. Round 25 1 double crochet in each stitch into the back loop only, and until row 31. When we are at the end of row number 31, we have to make a slip stitch into the next stitch, then we can fasten off and cut the yarn. So at the end, at the moment, your back is supposed to look like that. So we've got 31 rows in total. Now what we have to make. I record 2 separate tutorials on those things. So I record one different tutorial for how to make the squares, because it's taking a long of time, so I decided that will be another video, and then I record one more video to show you how to connect, how to join the squares. We need 6 of the same squares, so I've done 2 times 3 squares, and then we have to join 3 squares together and another 3 squares together as well. When we've got our squares, as I've got already, we have to join the squares to our back, so to the base of the back. I marked my stitch after the slip stitch as my first stitch, and then I will count in for the next 15 stitches and then I mark the 50 stitch as well, and then I just join the corners of the squares to the back to make sure where I have to start and where I have to finish connections. So I will be sewing the squares into my back. I will be using the slip stitches because I think that will be a little bit easier for me. For these things I will be making actually quite similar to making the slip stitches, but by using the yarn needle. So now I will take off the stitch marker. Now I know where I have to make first stitch, and then all the way to the end of the stitch 50. The number of stitches into the squares and the number of stitches here, they are not the same, so you have to quite stretch the squares to make sure that they will be fit in the back. I've done my first part, so my 3 squares are connected to the main part of a back. So now we have to take the other 3 squares and we need to make exactly the same as we've done with the first 3. So we have to start onto the next stitch and then finish into the last one. So exactly the same as we've done with the other 3. Then when all 6 squares will be connected to the main part of body, we have to join them on the sides. So for this I will use my yarn needle as well. Now when we've got whole parts together, we have to join by using 2 strands of yarn again, but I have to make sure where exactly. So on the side, when we was starting the row, we need to make a slip stitch in between our 2 squares. Chain 1, and now in each stitch across we have to work 1 half double crochet all the way around. So again, after the first stitch we can place the marker stitch marker, and then all the way around, as I said, 1 half double crochet in each stitch. And then for the next row, for the second row, we have to make exactly the same, so 1 half double crochet in each stitch. So we are making 2 rows of 1 half double crochet all the way around. I've done my 2 rows of half double crochets in each stitch, so now we will start working in this row onto the handles. So as we on the side, we have to have a look on the stitches, and we've got 3 squares. So our hand, we will be start working into the middle one, into the second, and as your square will start, just leave 1 to 3 stitches, the first 3 stitches, and mark the 4th one, and the same from the end. We need to leave the 3 stitches and mark the 4th one from the back, and the same onto the other side. We have to mark the stitches the same. So first 4th, and from the back 4th from the beginning of the square. Those stitches we will skip. So here we will have the last 1 half double crochet, and here we will start the next half double crochet. So we have to start our row by making 1 half double crochet in each stitch, until the first marker stitch. So I will make my first half double, and then in each stitch Okay, so now I've done the last half double crochet. So as I said before, we have to skip all these stitches, so we need to make chain of 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. And now we are going to the next stitch and into the stitch after the stitch marker we are start working half double crochets again. So now in each stitch until the next marker stitch we have to work half double crochet, and then when we will have the last one stitch we have to make chain of 15 again, and then start making half double crochet in each stitch to the end of our row. I am at the end of the row, so now we've got 2 more rows to do and our bag will be finished. So now for the next 2 rows we have to work 1 half double crochet in each stitch and each chain around. So we are going all the way around in each stitch and then in each chain as well. If you've got problem with making stitch in a chain, you can make 15 half double crochets into the 15 chain space, but I think the better look is when we are working into the chain. At the end of my round I've done slip stitch to the next stitch and I fasten off and cut the yarn. So our bag is done. That was quite long tutorial, but thank you for staying with me to the end. Hope you will like your bag now, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel.